What it do, everybody? It's your boy Wally Pitt coming to you from Bray Boy, and we had a great game to close out the CIAA regular season. Shaw U came in from Raleigh looking for some get back after what Smith did to them at their place. They had high energy. They were ready to get a win. They needed to win by 12 points to get the #1 seed in the CI. And Johnson C. Smith on senior day, it was kind of emotional. We saw Coach Joyner had a little bit of tears when talking about Rob Davis, who in my opinion is a CIAA great, along with Christian Kirchman, 2 of the Players Club. Check out the mini-series coming out Sunday at noon. A great atmosphere, great CIAA play. The last day of the regular season, so you know what that means. It's tournament time, and we're going to check out the highlights from this one.
The Golden Bulls went into the half up 6, but Shaw not only closed the gap, they snatched the lead early in the second, and it was back and forth from there on out. 7 ties and 11 lead changes later, it was Shaw with a 6-point lead and around 30 seconds left to play. Christian Kirchman takes the inbound pass the length of the floor. He pulls up and drains the tray. Golden Bulls down only 3. Kirchman back on defense. It looks like he gets the strip, but the refs call a travel, which gives Johnson C. Smith a chance to tie the game with 21 seconds left. And y'all got to see how the rest of this game went down in real time. Casey Minor finds Rowdy Roddick Ross in the corner for the tie. Bang! Bray Boy going wild. Krishan Myers very wisely wastes no time. He comes down for the stop and pop. The crowd here in Charlotte can't believe it. There's still 5 seconds left to play, but Roddick Ross heaves this one from deep. He misses, and the Shaw Bears get the 78-75 win. It's not enough of a point spread to take the 1 seed in the South away from the Golden Bulls, but still a great win going into the tourney nonetheless, and the Bears were hyped on the court and in the locker room after this one.
HBCU Gameday, baby. Man, listen, we live for these moments. I love my brothers. That's what it is. That's what it is. HBCU Gameday, all for one. All for one. 1 for a dog. 1 for a dog. 9 for a dog. 9 for a dog. Show you.
We hoop. When it comes down, you hoop. You feel me? That's what Sean done. Krishan Myers did. He came down, he hit a shot, he turned the ball over before. He knew he made a mistake. He made a shot and he came down because he got a heart of a dog and he hit the shot. And that's why I love him.
We're on the road, we ain't got nothing to lose. The mama just gotta go hard to go home. My guys stepped into the challenge today. They played a great game, finished out the regular season very well. So I think right now we probably co-champs in our Southern Division with us and Smith. But I think they could probably get the higher seed because the point spread in the last game we played. But hey, I think in the national and regional polls we probably higher. So it helps us for the regional. So it was a good game for our guys.
So we had a great one in Charlotte to decide the 1 seed in the Southern Division, and Stephen J. Gaither was at the Livingstone Winston-Salem State game where the Blue Bears had a chance to lock up that 3 seed in the South. Steve, take it away.
Our league was going on. It's SJG at Winston-Salem State. Big time CIAA Southern Division rivalry game. It seems like all the games in the Southern Division are rivalry games. Winston-Salem State and Livingstone separated by about 30, 45 minutes. A couple of years ago, this was a rivalry game that really would decide the CIAA Southern Division. Not so much this year, as both teams are not at that level yet, but a good game, a good crisp game. 2 teams fought to the end, up and down game. Winston-Salem State had the lead late in the game, but has been the case for them all season. Down the stretch, things just didn't bounce their way, and so Livingstone gets an 84-82 win. So that's a way that they'll go into the tournament. It's the second Saturday in a row they've gotten a win in the same style, so they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. They are a team that I would definitely watch in the CIAA tournament. They're not going to be a high seed, but they have some tall guys, some youngsters who, under the bright lights, maybe they'll show up big. And Coach James Stinson, of course, he has a way of making a run in the CIAA tournament. So we'll see if he can keep those things together. But in any case, for Winston-Salem State, it's another tough game and a season full of tough games. They are only 5 wins on the season, and so they need to get a win in the CIAA tournament to keep themselves out of the record books for the lowest win total. But even with 1 win, they probably still tie that. So tough season for those guys, but hey, season starts anew in the Spectrum Arena, and before that at Bojangles.
So we'll see what these teams can do as well as the rest of the CIAA. All right, Wiley, I'm passing it back to you.
Thanks, Steve. So yeah, we just checked out Winston and Livingstone. I'm here with official game day player partner, Mr. Tracy Suggs of Protect Your Skull. And with March coming up, it's Brain Injury Awareness Month, and I'm gonna let Tracy tell you all about that.
March is Brain Injury Awareness Month. This is where we go out into the communities and we support the brain injury community. those individuals suffering from brain injuries, suffering from severe concussions. We go out, support that community in any way we can, through fitness, through donations. We're talking about yoga, meditation, in any way possible. You look into your communities and you see where there's a traumatic brain injury, TBI, brain injury awareness, any kind of facilities, organizations that support the brain injury community, you go out and ask them or try to get as much information you can as how to support that community.
Now, you know, a lot of people really equate, you know, brain injuries and concussions to football. But I know, you know, with basketball being a part-time contact sport with no headgear, I'm sure basketball has a lot of brain injury awareness too. So talk a little bit about, you know, the other sports, not just football. Yeah,
that's the great myth. Anytime you have incidental contact, you have a possibility where there's live action, falling down in the basketball court with basketball, getting elbowed to the head, anything like that. And then in all sports, that's one of the biggest myths we let people know. Brain injury awareness, concussions, TBI, CTE, that affects the entire sports landscape. So go out and support your community. You can go to our website at protectyourskull.com, get all the information you can about brain injury awareness, and look, let's go out and support that community as much as we can. Yeah, and for our football fans, this the man that sponsored that free t-shirt we did all football season. So if you got a free t-shirt this year, you got Mr. Suggs to thank. So I appreciate you, as always. And we're going to take it up to Bowie, Maryland, where our intern extraordinaire, DeLon. Fast break.
With HBCU Game Day, I'm DeLon Sellers coming to you live from AC Jordan Arena with some Northern Divisional CIAA action between Elizabeth City State University and Bowie State University in men's and women's basketball.
In women's hoops, Bowie State came out strong and outscored ECSU in the first 3 quarters. In the third quarter, ECSU was outscored 25-8. Bowie contained their largest lead of 32 points in the fourth quarter and dominated the remainder of the game, winning over ECSU 68-44. The strength for the Lady Bulldogs? Points off turnovers, which they had 31 of. In the men's game, Bowie State came out with 1 goal, come out with a win, considering they were coming into the game with a 3-game losing streak on their back. The Bulldogs dominated the first half of regulation with 51 points to ECSU's 29. Though the Vikings showed fight in the second half, putting up 42 points, the damage was already done. Bowie State won over ECSU 85-71. Justin Faison of ECSU finished the game with 24 points. Back over to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, DeLon. So we checked out what happened up in Maryland. The Game Day godfather, Stephen J. Gaither, he brought us the action from Winston. I was here in Brayboy, so you know it's safe to say we had the CIAA on lock tonight. So for DeLon Sellers and Stephen J. Gaither, I'm Wally Pitt. I know we're all itching for them CIAA tournament brackets to come out, and when they do, we'll have them right here for you on HBCU Game Day.
Oh, you thought that was it? Somebody done told you wrong. Let's go out to the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. Houston to be exact. Texas Southern came up with a big win over Alabama A&M, 106-71 at home. Trey Jefferson put up 28, but the big gun for the Tigers, Derek Bruce. He dropped 35 on the Bulldogs. Joyce Kennerson had a big night for Texas Southern. She put up 31 of Texas Southern's 60 points as they beat Alabama A&M by 17 points. Kennerson came into the game third in Division I women's basketball scoring with over 24 points per game, and she scored her 1,500th point on Saturday. Congratulations, Miss Kennerson.